This video is brought to you by TS4U IT Engineering Bootcamp.
So you see this, quickly we got to the user story lifecycle because that's the way you will be living and breathing. Being a software development team member, regardless of your position, the QA, BA, the developer, front end, back end, your lifecycle is something similar here you see on the screen. You need to spend at least half an hour on this slide to understand, okay? Because this look like a small slide. Probably it can take a couple of days for you to understand how this works. The project, look at this user story lifecycle, how it is, the project management tools, a new project, and the epic, and then the features, and the user story. Line number 1. That's exactly how it works. Line number 2 is, under the project management tools, you actually create a sprint. We'll talk about this. In the sprint, you actually do the sprint planning. And then in the sprint planning, you actually add all the user story, means what you want to work, okay? In the user story, you actually add all your tasks, okay? All the tasks you see, that's the development team member, means the front-end developer, back-end developer, and the QA actually add, they work in the sprint. So now let's go back to what is the sprint. A sprint is nothing but the development team member 2 weeks work stream. Work stream means this is the plan. We want to get it done in next 2 weeks, starting today, and then from today to 15 days. Most of the company follow the 2 weeks sprint. It is part of the project management tool functionality. Okay, that's pretty much it. That's how we do. So now you can say, who create all the user story? Well, that's the person name is the product manager or the product owner or the business analyst. Okay, that's what they do. And who manage the project? And nowadays the product manager, product owner, or the Scrum master or the project manager. Again, it depends what type of company you work for. And the remaining is all of us. The developer develop, QA test, the developer, backend developer, front-end developer, mobile app developer, and the testing comes in the third steps. Actually, after development, code need to be deployed on the cloud or on a computer. That's called the DevOps engineer. So they are number 2, and the QA is number 3. So again, 3 people actively work in a project. Means that the day-to-day, one is the front-end back-end developer, and the DevOps engineer, and the QA. These 3 people technically work in any project you see, any mobile application, web application you see today. Okay, and this is the reason we provide all these 3 bootcamp in TS for you. So now you see the number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number of this is actually the something is Scrum here. Okay, the project management and the Scrum, they are actually the tightly coupled. Okay, they are not like the aliens to one another. They are both together. So project management tool doesn't say you have to do the sync up call. Actually, Scrum tell you have to do the sync up call. Sync up call simply allows the team member to get to know what you are doing. Okay, what are you up to? What challenge you are having? That's it. Nothing else. Sprint review we do. Well, based on the initial commitment we have done that we want to do the 6 user story next 10 days, review to ensure how much work we have done. That's it. Sprint retro means after the sprint is done, means after 2 weeks is done, now we'll be actually talking how we have done. What did we do very good job? What area we have not done good job? What we should improve? So that's called the sprint retrospective meeting. And then we also do the show and tell. Of course, you are building something for the business, not for you. So you have to give your business the show and tell, means presenting how it works. Okay, and that's not what it is. And then finally, new sprint start. Basically, that's the new sprint start. So the one sprint is done, new sprint start. So entire things led by the 3 people. Again, can be the project manager, can be the product owner or the product manager, or can be the Scrum master. These are the rules. They're actually the struggling where they fit in the industry today. And that's the reason in many companies, Scrum master does everything. In many companies, project manager does everything. In many companies, a business analyst today called the product owner or the product manager, they do everything else. Again, your goal is to be adaptable wherever you see your work. As long as your work is done, you understand your work, you are open, and you are actually reviewing your work, and you understand your work properly. That's all matter, nothing else. Okay, so make sure, take a little bit time to understand. Of course, in the bootcamp, we cover very in-depth more details, because you need to know this, become a best in your team and to work in the software development team.